Yo, what is happening? If you're over 30, then stick around because today I'm going to be talking about why is it so difficult when you turn into an adult to manage an exercise program and a nutrition plan, right? Why is it so difficult to put those things into practice and get those amazing results that you maybe got in your 20s, right? Why does it become more difficult when you're 30, when you're 40, when you're 50? I'm going to talk about the reasons why, and I'm also going to tell you the solution if you stick around. Now, I'm super excited because this is going to be my first YouTube video, right? This is going to be my first YouTube video. I've done some in the past, but this is my first proper go at it. Obviously, in the background, if you're watching, you can see my ridiculous bookcase. You've got to have a bookcase, right? If you're a coach, if you're going to try and do mentoring, you know it to be true. Now, this bookcase is not fully built yet, but trust me, it's going to be fully built. It's going to be stacked with books that I've read like at least 10 pages of. So, here we go, right? So, what I'm talking about today is if you're over the age of 30, right, you're into adulthood, maybe you're in your 40s, maybe in your 50s, right, you've got kids, you've got the career, you've got the house, you've got all the bits and bobs, right, you've got the white picket fence going on, and you want to get into shape, right, you want to get into shape, you want to feel confident in your own skin. It's the only thing that's missing, right? Everything else is going pretty decent, but, my energy's zapped, and I feel like a sack of potatoes. This is exactly the kind of people I work with, right? And I love working with them because we can turn it around. And today I'm going to talk about why trying the tactics you use in your 20s and before to get results, trying those things again doesn't work, this doesn't stick, and a better way to set things up going forward. So hopefully this is helpful. If you are listening to it, if you're viewing this on Facebook, if you're listening to this on Anchor, on podcast or whatever, iTunes, I don't know what you're doing, right? Whatever you are receiving this on, if you could be the greatest favour and go onto YouTube at Andu Banks, that's ANDUBANKS, that's because I couldn't get Andy Banks, I didn't want to be Andy Banks 200 or whatever, and find me on YouTube, you'll see my ridiculous face, and then hit subscribe, so that I have a subscriber. That'd be really nice. I'd be very grateful. Anyway, in fact, if you do that, I'll send you like some free coaching goodies, right? Just for doing that, because that'll get me off to the races. And I'll have some subscribers. So, me begging aside, here is the meat and potatoes of today's video. So you're over the age of 30, you're in your 30s, you're in your 40s, in your 50s, right? Maybe even your 60s. Awesome to have you here listening. Transforming your body is always difficult, but it's definitely, in my experience, it is more difficult the more responsibilities that you start to pick up. Why? Simply because your time and energy becomes squeezed and your stress levels are higher. So those three major components to making changes: how much energy do I have, how stressed out am I, and how much time do I have, right? Those three things that are like the fuel of getting to your goals, those start to become jeopardized a lot more when you have a lot more responsibilities, when you're juggling a career, when you've got kids, grandkids, family that you're looking after, a partner, so on and so forth. So what can you do to put your best foot forward? I'll tell you what you shouldn't do, which is the thing that most people are going to do, which is join the gym, get back into running, join the sports team again, do the 5-2 diet, do the ketogenic diet, do the no carbs, do all the things that you used to do, right? Now I'm not saying some cases, right? If you're here and you're getting amazing results doing that, ignore me, right? Maybe listen on, because there might be some tips for you. But if you're here, chances are maybe those things haven't been working for you. And I'm going to explain what you should be doing. So when it comes to those things, the reason they don't work anymore is because they don't fit your new lifestyle, your new life, how things have progressed, the time, energy, and stress that you have. If you think about, going to the gym, for example, that might not suit you anymore because you don't have the energy and willpower to drag yourself to the gym and do the workouts. Honestly, that could be it. You need more accountability. You need a coach. You need someone to be there to watch over you or to hold you accountable, maybe not even be there, just like to make sure that you're actually doing it, right? It's just difficult for you to do that. The other thing could be nutrition plans. You could be trying nutrition plans that just don't fit with your household anymore. If you've got a partner, you've got kids, doing keto or doing no carbs, good luck with that. Or if you're just butchering your calories, it might just not be sustainable. Like the amount of the nutrition cuts that you make, the calorie deficit that you create, right? How much you doctor your calories in order to start driving fat loss, for example, is going to be related to how much stress you have on your plate. It's something I ask my clients all the time. If you are super stressed out at work and you're super stressed out at home, do you think it's a good idea that you're going to go into like 1,000 calorie deficit and try and lose 2 pounds per week? Probably not. Like, you might be able to do it for like a week or two, and then you're going to be like, sack this, right? This is just a sad existence. I'm sad. My life's rough, and I ain't got no food, right? And food actually has been proven to help to reduce stress, right? It does reduce stress, especially carbohydrates. Like, when you're stressed out, you ain't craving a chicken breast. You want some carbs, right? To get that serotonin in your gut and just to calm down, to zen, right? To get some carbs in. And so if you cut your calories too much, you've got a high stress life, you ain't going to stick it, and you're just going to be like, dieting's not for me. I need to wait till my runway clears. Let me tell you, I work with people 40, 50, 60, and they come to me and maybe they've not been exercising 5, 10, 15 years. And they all say the same thing. I wish I just started doing something earlier and started getting more realistic with it earlier, as opposed to just continuing to chip away at doing the January sort of kickstart, the summer shred, right? All these little nuggets, attempts, where they do like 3, 4, 5 week runs to get some results, then they get swept away in the chaos of life, and they end up in a place where they don't want to be, right? If you're listening, you're in that position, do something about it. And if you're listening and you think that that could be the position you get to, start doing something about it now. So, the solution of doing exercise nutrition plans that are off the shelf, they start to work less, okay? Because you maybe need more accountability, you maybe need more coaching, you maybe need more help, because you'll have less energy, less time, less mental willpower to do these things yourself. Now, I'm not saying that coaching is always the answer, right? I'm sitting here a coach, so obviously I'm going to sort of bang the drums for coaching, but it doesn't have to be coaching. It could be, if you're maybe finding, here's an example, like if you find that the time is a huge component, like you don't have time to get to a gym because it's 15 minutes there, 15 minutes back, then it's the hour workout to make it worthwhile going to the gym, so it's an hour and a half, 3 times a week, 4.5 hours. Maybe it's moving to doing like home workouts for 40 minutes, 3 times a week. That's instantly saving you some time, all right? So there's lots of solutions, and it just depends on your unique situation. But until you actually appraise that, until you actually say, this is how much time I have each week that I can dedicate to doing this, and not just like pulling out your hair, right? And just be like, oh yeah, like I'm just going to go back to the gym 4 times a week that I used to when I had none of these things, right? None of these plates to spin. So appraise your time. Think about how stressed out you are when it comes to nutrition changes. Like if you're going to try and go for fat loss, then make sure that your fat loss amount is also not just to do with like, hey, this is what I want to lose 20 pounds, like I'm going to lose 2 pounds a week for 10 weeks. Make sure you're also taking into account, how stressed out is my life? How difficult is it going to be to stick to those calories? How much do I like going out on the weekends? How much do I like socialising? For me, it's not about making big sweeping changes for short periods of time. It's about making consistent changes for long periods of time, lifestyle changes, because those are going to net have the most positive in the long term on your life, right? The guy or gal who applies themselves to nutrition and exercise and tries to improve, I don't know, like 0.5% a week, which doesn't seem like a lot, is going to improve 25% at the end of the year. The person who tries to improve 2.5, 3%, right, so 6-8 times as fast as that person is amazing, like if they could do it, and then suddenly they're going to improve 150%. But my bets are on that person's not going to still be there consistently putting the time in, because it's not going to be able to fit in with the other things that they've got spinning. So that is my thoughts. Over 30s, adulting, appraise your time, appraise your energy, honestly think about it, and then seek a solution that actually fits in with your time schedule, with your energy, with your stress levels, instead of just taking something off the shelf just because you heard it was good, right? Because I'm telling you, that is 9 times out of 10 how you find yourself not getting any results, getting pissed off, and not moving forward and feeling like you're spinning your wheels, and then thinking, I just need a clean runway. I need to wait until these things pass, and then I'll get to the Holy Land and I'll get awesome results. Anyway, thank you very much for listening, and I'll catch you soon. Ciao.